You know he needs you. You know he's making an impossible choice. He just doesn't want to live in pain.
Life is pain. I wake up every morning, I'm in pain. I go to work in pain. You know how many times I wanted to just give up? How many times I've thought about ending it?
Pain is something that doesn't entirely make sense to me. It's a poorly evolved or designed mechanism in conscious beings, including or especially humans. Sure, on some level it makes sense. If you injure your body, there is a signal to the brain which informs you of the damage in the form of pain. That's logical. But there are many injuries and health conditions that cause long-term chronic pain, which can make it difficult or impossible to work, sleep, or even live your daily life. But you can still eat, for example, painkillers to dull the pain to the point where it is bearable, or it could disappear entirely for a few hours or more. This shows to me that the pain is unnecessary at that point. It provides no benefit if we can get rid of it with a pill and still continue functioning. In prehistoric times, such chronic pain could easily become a liability rather than a useful signal to the brain. Imagine if you are stuck writhing in pain in some field and a predator finds you and eats you alive. If we were intelligently designed by an even remotely benevolent creator, the brain would have some kind of mechanism to shut off or at least dial down the pain once we have been informed of an injury or damage to the body, so it would be a bit like a warning light on a car. This would be both humane and it would increase our chances of survival. Some people can do something like this through intense meditation, like those Indian fakirs that sleep on spiked mattresses, but not everyone is able to do it, otherwise we wouldn't need painkillers or surgery to disable nerves. To me, the nature of pain is really more evidence that there is no intelligent design in this universe. Nature does not care about our suffering. As long as an organism is able to survive and reproduce, that's all that matters. Its body could be poorly constructed by the evolutionary process, causing a lot of suffering, but if its performance is still sufficient regardless of those imperfections, then it passes the test of survival. Then there's also mental and emotional pain. Even though many animals can feel sorrow, this form of pain is more apparent in humans than other animals, and it can often be self-inflicted by our own thoughts, mindsets, and worldviews. Sometimes someone may offend you or bully you, and it hurts even if it's just verbal abuse rather than anything physical. Memories of past abuse or mistakes can also make you feel bad, even if it happened a long time ago and there's nothing you can do to change it. Pain is, however, a major red flag when it comes to the belief in a benevolent creator, because pain provides evil people with one more powerful tool to coerce others through threats of violence and torture. It allows those who are strong and evil to force others to act against their own interests. But if there was no pain, or we could turn off the pain mechanism at will when it becomes a liability, then these evil people would not be able to use threats of extreme pain against us. That said, it works both ways, I guess, as evil people also fear strong good people who threaten them with pain. But what is perhaps even worse is people, including innocent children, suffering from extreme or chronic pain, for example from different forms of cancer, which happens for no good reason whatsoever. There are no lessons to learn, other than it sucks to be sick and this kind of pain is very bad. That is either a sadistic design or just the result of a blind evolutionary process, in my opinion. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.